Hi, good afternoon, or morning, or night, who knows? I've got a brief video, just a few minutes long, about, well, not to be ambitious or anything, but about how to write good, or well if you want to be proper about grammar. Throughout the course, I'll develop this PowerPoint over time, but for now I want to start with just a couple of strategies. I have 6 overall, but I'm just going to talk about 2 of them really quickly for now. The first one, write rhetorically, and the second one, using an effective writing process. To approach writing rhetorically, really this is going to take some time to unpack, and this is something we'll be doing all semester, but in a really brief nutshell, it means that you, as a speaker or as a writer, are thinking about your audience and what you want to communicate to your audience. So frequently writers get something that's called they get writer's block. You have a blank page and you don't know what to say, and it's really hard to think about what to say first, which is sort of strange because you want to start typing and you want to get your paper written. But before you think about what to say, it's helpful to think, what am I trying to do with my writing? What is my purpose? And then to think, who am I writing it to? What do I want my audience to do? How do I want them to react? What's my goal here? And then you can start thinking, how will I go about accomplishing that goal? How will I organize this? What examples might I include? What tone of voice might I use? Then it's after you've thought through what you want to happen to your audience, then you can think about what to say. And then after that, you can go back and look at it and say, how can I say it better? Did this piece of writing work? Okay, so that's, in a nutshell, thinking rhetorically about writing means thinking about your goals as a writer and what you want to get your audience to do or react to your writing. After that, I think you need to work on having an effective process. And in a nutshell, that means not just expecting your essay to come out clean and perfect in the first draft. And I think there's 2 stages. First is being creative about things, and then the second is to work on being critical about it. But if you don't have your ideas created, if you don't have words on the page written, it's hard to think critically about whether those words in your writing are working effectively. So first, work on the creative side of things to get your ideas out on paper. And a few tips: turn off spell check. Get rid of all of those red lines that force you to think about what you're doing wrong. Handwrite your drafts, because that way it slows things down, allows you time to think, and it doesn't show you anything wrong with your writing. Don't erase anything, just keep going. Also, don't stop writing. Just produce, produce, produce. Get words on the paper. We'll talk more about Anne Lamott and her essay, Shitty First Drafts. It's a good inspirational read if you're feeling bad about your first drafts of things. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what you want to do to have an effective writing process is to just get all your ideas out on paper. 3 ways of getting your ideas out on paper. One is just this clustering, or make a map. Write your topic maybe in the center and then draw lines with subtopics branching off from there. Do this little clustering exercise. You might also try free writing, which is just writing without stopping, editing, or questioning anything you're saying. Don't stop, keep the pen moving, keep it going, and then write, especially if you think about free writing in response to the essay assignment. Take one piece of it or one paragraph and just write it out. Don't question anything, don't edit it, don't delete it, don't hit backspace once. That'll get your ideas out on paper the fastest, and then you can go back and start thinking about which of those ideas were strong and which ones weren't so strong. Another method is outlining. Perhaps if you're a bit more type A as opposed to type B, outlining might help you think, first I want to say this, second I want to say this, third this. and then you can go back and say more about the first thing and then say more about the second thing. So outlining can help get your ideas down, especially if you tend to think in a more organized way. If you're a bit more of a chaotic thinker and a little less organized, free writing might help you get those same ideas down in a more looser, unstructured way. And clustering, I think, is always a good idea because it helps you start to see spatially how your ideas fit together. And once you've got it all mapped out, then all you need to do is type it up into a paragraph format. So in a nutshell, pre-writing, I think, includes free writing, outlining, clustering, any methods you want to use to get your ideas on paper. And I think key thing to keep in mind there is that you want to focus on creating content, creating material for your essay. The more words you have, the more bullets in your outline, the better. And the less you do to spell check, to critique, erase, or change anything, the more you can focus on getting your words out on paper. So in a nutshell, that's pre-writing and just a glimpse of approaching writing rhetorically. So just to recap, if you want to do some pre-writing, you might want to think first about what you want to accomplish with that pre-writing. Are you trying to share a story with your audience? Then think about what effect you want that story to have, and think about your purpose in writing first, and then do the next step of free writing or crafting your essay. So that should get you started with pre-writing, and I'll look forward to reading some of your pre-writing in the discussion boards. Thank you.